up. We're up.
Hey everybody, how are you?
Hello, hi,
Oh,
hi.
hello.
Well, welcome to Twisted Perceptions. This week's episode, aptly named "The Compound." Um, so before we start the episode, before we start all the shenanigans and jumping in and all that goes on here in the stream, I would like to levy a big fat trigger warning for this. First of all, you can see Shaq just breaking her neck looking at the screen. But no, I would like to levy a big fat trigger warning for this. We're going to explore themes such as child slavery and the greater good. And things like that, what might come from having to choose between X, Y, and Z and things of that nature. So if you find yourself as a person who feels, triggered or just heavily against those things that it moves you to a negative headspace or a negative emotion, we won't be hurt if we lose your stream tonight. I'd rather you take care of yourself than you watch this stream. And I think I speak for the entire team when I say that.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
we all say no, and then come back next week.
yeah, say no, come back next week. You never know. We may or may not still be here. um, from that, let's get the update from Shaq. Shaq, where are you right now?
I'll show you.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
Hi.
I'm here. I found it.
You're in New York right now, right?
Yep, she's in New
Are you-
York.
Are you in New York proper, or are you somewhere outside of New York?
No, this would be New York proper. New York
Okay,
City.
cool. Okay,
New York,
Got
New
to
York.
see Cool City Tourists yesterday.
Cool. Sounds good. Shaq's been on a road trip around the country. Last stream, she was in town with me. This week, she's with David. And
And I'll tell you ahead of time, I'll be with James next week.
In
Actually,
Canada.
A couple of days, God providing. I just won't unfortunately be able to be on stream with him because I'm not staying a week in Canada.
That's fair.
But
Mhm.
I will be with James, and I'm gonna post it on socials, and y'all are gonna see me vibe with him.
sounds good. Sounds good.
I'm excited.
All right, cool.
And then
Well,
eventually
let's.
you'll catch me back with Riley because
Hey.
he was on all.
Yep.
Sounds good.
She'll be
let's go
extremely
ahead.
depressed to see me again.
Damn, Riley. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this.
Uh-huh.
We ended our stream. Let's wait for Shaq to put her headphones back on so she can hear everything.
No, she's gonna take a minute, but she can still listen in. We're good to go.
We ended our stream.
It
We ended our stream last week.
Give me a minute.
We need a minute. Okay, cool.
You can keep going. I'm just gonna go make some coffee.
All right, do it. Make your coffee. While David makes his coffee, let's get a little.
I can make.
James, give us the inspiration for Koresh.
So it's kind of interesting. I looked at the character and I thought, how can I make Escanor, but instead of being as beefy as all hell, that he could just kill you with his words and just say no you. And that's kind of how that was just the basic concept I went off of. I just wanted the character to have this feel of, I have a feeling that if he insults you the wrong way, it might make your ears bleed, but in the best way possible.
And who decided that?
Exactly. And that will be a line I use eventually. Just you wait. But in terms of what he's become afterwards, it's much more of this. How to put this? It's very much the fish out of water, lion out of the jungle thing, where, now let's be honest, we didn't really originally plan for them to be a changeling, but the fact that that's what it became, I kind of like the idea because it seemed to fit just the general idea of the character itself. And plus, it's kind of fun to just be like, I don't feel like looking like this today. I am going to be this. Um, Other than that, it's just mostly. Has anybody seen what was that movie with Brad Pitt? It was they were in Ireland, and it was the Irish traveler fighting in like underground rings. If you know what I'm talking about, Jason Statham was in it, but I really liked the attitude of that character, which is where the more Irish influenced accent came from for Koresh. Um, and I really enjoy it. The idea of this character that like, yeah, there's a lot going on, but they still have the drive to just say, you know what, fuck yourself.
Okay, cool. All right, Riley, give us like the reasoning behind Ramen or our resident bean.
So I played a lot of characters with those horrible backgrounds where everyone's dead, they're sad as can be,
You're an
they're
edge
depressed, basically. And I feel like a lot of D&D characters are based on a lot of trauma, and that's why they went out to go explore and do things. Ramonor, I was like, I'm gonna go in the complete opposite direction that everybody normally goes, and I'm just gonna make him the happiest boy I can. How do I do that? Make him gigantic, so things don't mess with him and his family. Make him live in a small place. Make him grow up learning to, worship the Wild Mother, to be, follow the rules of nature, be kind, be all this stuff. But also know that he had another place in the world than just staying in one spot in this tiny village. He had the guidance of the Wild Mother to show him that there were things that needed to be done. And for this, it's stuff that's not from this world, shouldn't be here. So he's going around and kind of getting rid of all those outer influences that should not be on the material plane.
Okay.
Also, really quickly before, I did find out the name of that movie, and it's called Snatch.
Snatched.
Just Snatch, but it's a really good movie. If you have a moment, check it out. It's my favorite fucking movie.
Okay. Shaq, as you're a Sarosa, what was the thought?
The opposite
Based
of
it off
Ramonor.
the voice for her that I had in my head. And Riley was there when we did this. This was one of the times that Riley had actually come out to visit me when I was living in LA. We were just talking about the campaign and getting excited and the characters. And I was sitting there, I was like, this is the voice that I want to use. I like this one. And it kind of all came from there. I kind of restructured a character I already had, but I wanted to explore her in a very different light. I wanted her to, instead of having had kind of a more wholesome redemption that had happened through exploration and things, and a lot more through, we'll call it campaign stuff, divine influence and intervention. What if it was just her, and what if she was angry rather than just kind of numb and void, where, doing things like that. I kind of wanted, I don't really have a particular type. My characters can have some tragic backstories, but none of them tend to be particularly edgy. I have more than a few bean characters that
No, you're
float
just an
around.
edgelord.
Everybody
I've got
has
a lot
their
of snarky characters.
one bean character. Everybody has their one bean character.
I've got more than one, and I've got a lot of snarky characters, and I wanted to challenge myself in playing someone that is angry, someone that is legitimately like, I play a lot of charismatic characters, and Azurus is one of the least charismatic characters I've ever played, and it kills me because I want to do all the charismatic things, and she's just not.
That's fair. Yeah, for our listeners who don't know, I'm actually a wizard main. when I play in Dungeons and Dragons games, I actually main wizards. That's my class that I know very well. I know spell slots, I know spells and casting and all that junk. Um, and my very first character, his name was Calamore Meadowfist, a tiefling Order of the Scribes wizard. uh, and yeah, he's still one of my favorite characters to play. He likes to blow things up. David,
Yes.
Connor Gloomhand. What was the inspiration?
For Connor, it's a little bit of hard to pinpoint. What I actually came up with the idea, first of all, I actually was just like, okay, give me a second. I think I know why. That it could. When I was actually thinking about the character, I was just like, okay, well, what did I really want to add to this? And I wanted something that was a little bit different than the normal artificer I was using at the time. So I decided to go a little bit of a cleric, and it became something of its own. I never really made a voice for any of my characters, really, but they each have their own personality. And this one has become a snarky a-hole, just to put it lightly.
Very uncleric cleric.
Yeah. He this is not the let me heal you because you're down. This is more of the Final Fantasy 14 healers where how dare you not listen to the rest of us? You're going to suffer over there until we're done. And then I'll think about healing you.
Think about it, he says.
And yeah, that's in all honesty.
So you're just not your standard spell slinger. You're not cure wounds. Get your cure wounds. You're not one of those.
No, he's definitely not. He's definitely not. It's more of a
Connor's like,
beat
bitch, you
over the
asked
head
for it.
and then recover you, then bring you back.
Fair. All right. Well, I don't really think I have anything to say. If we're talking about inspiration, I guess the inspiration for this game was people don't ever get to play at level 20, and usually people never play higher than level 8. And so I wanted to like give some people a chance. So for those of you who don't know, so this stream was kind of born out of kind of like just a fun pipe dream of us. None of us here really wanted to like get specifically big or famous from this. We literally just like, like, why don't we just stream our game? People in the Whispers Bay server, which is where we all met, people in the Whispers Bay server really liked my DMing style for some odd reason. So they decided, like, why not share it, everything, and get some players to play this game. And I wanted to play a game where we started at level 20, and people went back in time, which if you were a part of the Whispers Bay server, you watched that game, and that was a crazy day.
That was fun.
Yes, Ramanor's one divine smite hit.
For like 100 points of damage.
1 to 20 in one turn. Crit fail, crit.
Yeah.
Oh, my weird, I missed.
They demolished a adult blue dragon in about 3 turns. And then from here, we kind of started to stream the game and just having some fun. And one of my favorite things is to kind of write stories. And I always have an issue with like figuring out what the characters are going to do because I can't get in the place of a character. So Dungeons and Dragons helps with that because all I got to do is write the setting and then you guys control what the characters do. So without further ado, let's hop into the game. We last left off from the game with Azure Sarosa being noticed by her fellow teammates that she looks not like a different person, but as if her body and her face has been weathered almost, as she's been through a few different storms, a few different fights. she looks different. She doesn't have. She has a scar on her cheek, a scar up on her left eyebrow. She's got a piercing on her lip, um, and you can see that this isn't the Azuris you've known for the past few weeks. This isn't the Azuris Serosa that you've come to somewhat care for. What do you do?
Not just somewhat for Ramonor, but yeah.
Connor, not one for tact. Yeah, as you have something on your face. It doesn't look like your face.
She kind of just starts, and she finds that shouldn't be there. And she like, she looks over at Koresh and just, what did you do?
I didn't do a fucking thing. I tried to show you in the alley, but apparently you wanted to be stubborn enough to just keep fucking walking and ignoring my ass. So do yourself a favor and look at this. And then minor illusions a mirror right in front of her goddamn face.
And she just kind of stares for a few moments.
You stare into this mirror, and you have kind of a succession of flashbacks. This won't even be a deja vu die because this isn't giving you any specific information about things in the future. But you have like just a ton of flashbacks almost in a split second. But for you, as they all feel like about an hour long each, you remember getting that cut on your cheek from a sword slicing at you. You remember getting that cut on your eyebrow from pushing Ramonor out of the way from getting hit by a falling guillotine. You remember going to get that piercing when you witnessed a child with that same piercing die. And then you come back to yourself.
And turns to the group. Welcome. The woman I was. After 10 years.
Those look pretty gnarly, but can't say they look bad.
At least they kept the moneymaker in place, I'm just saying.
And she points to the eyebrow, just, this is your fault. And she points at Ramonor.
I don't use bladed weapons.
Not what I meant. I want to be shocked, but with the way that anything happens to us anymore, I can't be. Not really. So, questions, comments, or concerns?
I've already expressed mine, but apparently you decided to shove those so far up your fucking ass, they just decided to expand into the ether, so I'm just going to sit here and wait and bide my time until you actually decide to talk.
You eat a fly.
Connor still has his hand held out with all the things you need to resummon Katai.
Ramonor has that.
Oh, Ramonor, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah. And she's like, she looks around. No one has any questions, and she takes the brazier. We don't have anything to do at this moment. I would like to summon my familiar back to me before we continue, because he would be a great help.
Of course.
Don't mind me. I'm
please. No other questions. Just good to know that. And then he just kind of like realizes what he's about to say and just like,
Yeah.
She just walks off, probably finds some like nondescript corner.
That 8 in charisma is really helping you out, Connor. All right, cool. As you go to set up, roll me an Arcana check.
I thought you said
just
Ramonor.
leaving the temple.
As
You said roll me, and I thought I heard Ramonor.
Okay, and that one. Okay, cool.
Ow.
You don't notice anything wrong with this this thing. You're just like, oh yeah,
It's brazier.
this brazier seems right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna roll. It would have worked fine, right?
I mean, yeah, it will work fine. Yeah, it'll do what it needs to do.
Cool. She's
What are
gonna
we
set
gonna
up in her corner
summon?
and is going to then cast Find Familiar, which takes an hour.
Okay, so for that hour, as you're doing that, as you're basically AFK, you're not doing anything. You're working on this ritual. You guys already did all of your shopping. Koresh, are you looking for anything? Are you trying to shop for anything?
No, Koresh is going to stand outside of the temple and pull out a smoke for a second. Just kind of look at it before taking the rest of whatever the fuck they have, and just blows it off.
Okay.
And just kind of sits there in thought, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. So an hour goes by, and you guys are looking at as she's performing this ritual, and the liquid in front of her kind of glows blues, reds, purples, greens. But as you are working on the summon of Katai, you recognize that there's something a little off about this. You're not fully sure why, but there's something that feels just a little wrong. As you near that end of the hour of you trying to re-summon Katai, and around the time you should be seeing his head poke out or a tail poke out, you actually see a wing come out of this brazier. And this wing is a little large. You're like, okay, this is kind of big. This is a little scary. And you kind of step back for a second, prepared to fight something that you may have summoned the wrong way. And then you see another wing, and then two clawed hands come out. And then you see a very familiar but a little bit larger face pop out of the brazier. And you see it's Katai, but not the Katai you remember. Your familiar is now a pseudo dragon, quite large, in fact, and it has a few new things that it can do. But you will discover that as you fight with Katai.
You're welcome. No.
So she's just gonna sit and as the wings show up and she doesn't know what's going on, she's got her hand on the hilt of her sunblade and she's waiting, and then she sees the very familiar snoot and
Lup.
the black. Even as a dragon, even as a pseudo dragon, Katai's black exists at all points in time. She sees the blep snoot and just, Katai? And he comes out and she just, it's going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of those days. Come here. And she just grabs him and holds him I'm not going to complain. I'm really not. And she's gonna put him on her shoulder, and you see a bit of tension. I mean, she's all tension, but just a slight bit of tension. Just kind of release as she finally has her familiar back.
Girl needs a massage.
As that happened, you just hear in the back of your mind as happy.
She chokes and she's standing up and grabbing her thing. Who?
It's me, Katai.
And she stares at him. Is this just part of this now? You can talk to me.
Without moving its mouth, you hear, kind of.
I'm terrified.
Should be nice. Now I have some intelligent company to speak to.
Give me another Arcana check.
Please don't crit fail me.
How dare you?
It was almost a nat 20. But that is a 16.
You know that pseudo dragons have limited speech ability with telepathy. They can communicate simple ideas.
Just, well, still more intelligent company than most at current. Shall we?
Romnor's being dunked on.
She's gonna gather up the brazier and like the leftover supplies, and she'll put everything that's not the brazier in her bag, even though she kind of stares at it. It's like, want to. This is a temple. It's a really bad idea. She goes off to go and find Romanor.
Romanor, for the first half hour, does a prayer and offering with incense and the like to not the Wild Mother, but because he is in the Raven Queen's temple, he's going to do an offering and prayer to her. And then once that's done, he'll do his Wild Mother prayer and offering. So he's just chilling somewhere doing a prayer and offering.
Okay. Az, are you looking for him?
Yep, she's looking for him.
All right, cool. So you run around and you see Ramanor at the base of this tree that's black with purple leaves, sitting there in silence.
Question it. She's gonna walk up and just tap tap.
Ramanor, you turn around and you see Az with a pseudo dragon on her shoulder.
I'm not gonna question it. Did you get everything you need to do? Is that what you meant to summon?
Yes, and I don't know where this goes. I figured it wouldn't be a good idea to steal this one particular item.
That item's ours.
Bolted.
Yeah.
Good to know. Backs it away. I had assumed it came from a temple. That is one place I generally don't like stealing from. Enough people dislike me. I don't think I need the goals on that as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest stealing from this one either, specifically.
Why?
It's the Raven Queen. She's
Very
kind
bad
of
idea. Let's not do that.
she's kind of temperamental, at least as far as I know.
You see a guy in a black robe walk by, and he just kind of chuckles as you say that.
Right. The others.
Connor's been kind of wandering around a little bit, offering a little prayer here and there, just to kind of mesh with everybody.
Yeah, Romanor looks completely different because he's not wearing his armor. He's wearing vestments. He's got like full garb for a temple at the moment.
Yeah, Ramanor, he's got everything going on. He's got the black suit with the little white patch right here. He's got the shawl around with gold inlays. He's holding a cross in one hand and a scale in the other.
Yeah, sounds about right.
This is canon now because you said it.
Priest Ramanor.
Don't be a bad Catholic priest.
Oh God.
Forgive me, Ramanor, for I have sinned. See, no, the ass in my head wants to make some very dirty jokes.
Yeah, I know what you were thinking of. And what
Just
you
do
would have
it.
said.
Just do
It
it.
was the ass in my head, just
let's
like.
Sorry, Daddy, I've been naughty. No,
Oh,
how many
God.
times do I have to tell you, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned?
I feel like this would be a legitimate conversation between them.
No, come on. It's forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Not whatever you just said. It just sounds wrong.
All right, let's get moving. Let's keep moving. Connor, you show up and you see Az and Ramanor just kind of chatting it up.
You would just look
Yeah, muted.
I know I am. Connor would end up just looking at them and be like, I'm... I'm guessing that's Katai?
Yes. And that's all she offers. It's just totally normal.
Huh. So, at least that worked. I don't think any of us actually realized, looking to Ramanar, I don't think we knew how well that brazier was going to work, did we?
I mean, I just figured so long as it worked for the spell, it would work for the spell.
Clearly, it upgraded Katai somehow. The other box, the armor, that was for who exactly? The leather armor?
Oh yeah. As
Yes.
He pulls a box that's been kind of sitting around, pulls the box out and kind of pulls it open, showing, was it studded leather or regular leather?
Studded leather.
Studded leather of advantage on sneak.
Yep.
Any
Yeah.
pluses or just the advantage?
Just the advantage.
we found this in the forge. We figured you might like it.
She takes it. Can she tell if there's anything like special about it?
You can tell it's got some air to it.
She's going to cast Detect Magic.
All right, cool. It gives you advantage on any stealth checks.
And she looks and like a normal woman would with clothes and like looking fancy, as is suddenly like, and then she looks at her current armor, the +2 with certain resistance, and she looks at it and then looks back and just. Just like someone who can make these two enchantments go together. Because I want this.
Well, that's also yours.
Why are you giving me things?
Because we saw it, it practically screamed Azur Sarosa, and we said, screw it, we're going to buy it for you.
And we knew you needed Katai back, so we went and got the brazier.
She
And the
got-
stuff to make
And
him.
about 3 extra counts of supplies in case.
She kind of lowers the armor and gives them an almost suspicious look. Not that she thinks like they've done anything wrong or bad or like they're trying to trick her, just kind of like,
Why?
you're giving me things. I don't understand how to react to being given gifts. And so just kind of puts the armor over her shoulder and pulls out her coin pouch. How much do I owe you?
Absolutely nothing.
No,
Nothing.
don't do favors.
Okay. You know what?
And
you know
we never
what?
said anything
Ra-
about favors.
Ramanar, I got this. There is actually one favor that you can do for us. Just one. And it's for payment for actually getting you all these things.
What is it?
Continue traveling with us, and that's it.
She's kind of
It's a pretty good one, Connor.
don't look so smug. Player doesn't know what it would be, but is there possibly a place where she could get like the enchantments merged together? And gamer brain just went, I need an enchant, like I need an anvil like in Minecraft to merge enchantments on armor.
That type of technology does not exist.
Hey, Ford.
What's up?
So, like, the character.
The character knows that. That type of technology does not exist.
Damn.
I would need to make a phone call. Phone a friend. Hey, Ford.
Is that what you want to do?
Not right now.
All right.
She'll just pack it up and decide what armor to wear later. Does she want to be sneakier, or does she want to be harder to hit? All right. We need to find those fledglings. We didn't find them the first time around, but it doesn't mean we need to stop trying. Missed something.
Connor, you notice a cart rolling through the center of town, headed towards the edge.
Which edge?
The edge of town, just the exit to leave. This is the northern edge.
Oh, so it's
I'm
not
sorry.
going up to a level. It's just leaving town.
Yep, just leaving town altogether.
What does Connor's passive give?
That's all you. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Connor, because of the fact that it kind of like piques his attention, Connor's gonna be like, cart, leaving town. Thoughts? Don't know. I just peeked on it.
What do you guys do?
So you said there's just a cart, like any old cart that's just leaving town?
It is currently going down the center of the road, straight through to the exits of town. No other cart has actually managed to get me to turn and be like, why? That is the only one.
What caught your eye?
As you examine the cart a little deeper, Connor, you can see that the of the cart is actually closed off completely. There are no windows or anything like that. So it could be holding meats, could be holding animal. We don't know.
Could be holding children.
Because it is a carrier cart with possible livestock, whereas everything else has been supply carts.
Let's look. How long does it take to take off leather armor?
10 minutes.
Just as a question, with a passive 17 perception, would Koresh be noticing this card as well, or just not at all?
You'd see the cart, yeah, but you wouldn't catch anything else.
Wouldn't understand that it's strange or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand that it's a strange occurrence to see a cart like that rolling through that side of town.
You're telling
Okay.
me they didn't make Az's armor with Velcro?
It's that like easy tearaway armor, like with the buttons on the side.
Are we gonna call this stripper armor? Is that what you're trying to say?
I didn't want to say it. It was in my head, but I didn't want to say it, and Az would not be the one in this party to have stripper armor. You know who it would be? It would be Koresh. But anyway.
Ramana. What?
That is
Listen,
definitely
honey, you
true.
still don't know what the fuck's between my legs, so I mean, you can't really understand anything until you do.
I really don't want to. But anyway,
Not there, out of cannon.
Az still has detect magic going, so she's going to. How far away is the cart?
It's currently about 50 feet away, and it's getting further away.
She's going to walk towards it, and she's going home. The range, I believe, on detect magic is 30 feet. So she's going to walk up, and she'll stay 30 feet away from it, and is going to see if she detects any magic on this card first.
Does it tell you what kind of magic? I forget what
It tells me the school of magic.
It is School of Evocation, I believe.
Please, somebody remind me what evocation does typically.
Well, no. I'm sorry. It's abjuration. It's an abjuration spell.
So abjuration magic is typically magic that enhances. It's more of a kind of like absorb elements. It changes what you could do.
It can also change perceptions of things.
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like Az would know that. I just am having a dumb moment.
Yes, it's an abjuration spell that you sense.
Mhm.
Would you like to roll an Arcana check to get it even bigger?
Oh God,
Better.
let's see if this is going to cooperate with me. No, it's not. Not with
Ooh,
the 6.
4. Yeah, you don't know what that is.
Cool. She's going to communicate this finding through the mental thingy and whatnot to Connor, and just an abjuration spell.
The entire time, Connor's been walking. Connor, moment that it kind of got on his radar, he's just been like, huh, weird cart. Kind of follow. Gonna get close towards it as much as he can. And then hearing that from her.
As you see, there's someone who's hooded who, as the cart rolls by, they tap the cart. And
do I see the magic change?
The magic doesn't change, but it gets stronger.
I don't like that.
By the way, if Connor's walking out, am I seeing this? Am
Yes.
I okay? Cool. Then using my telepathy as a in the current form that I'm in. Right. Any particular reason you're looking all sussy at a cart going out of town? I mean, I noticed it, but I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Well, Koresh was there with the group, so therefore he would have heard Connor mention.
No, Koresh wasn't with the group. He was outside of the temple.
Ah, yes. At that point, then, yeah, Connor would have brought him up to speed. Especially with what Az just told him.
Is that person with the hood still watching the cart?
Nope, they've just completely walked off. They've
Is there somebody
disappeared.
driving the cart?
Yes. The cart is currently about 100 feet away from you. You've been.
Well, she's still been following it. Like,
okay.
she got within that 30 feet to detect the magic and has continued to follow at that kind of distance of 30 feet. Hasn't gotten any closer.
If that's the case, I hope you know that means you're running after this cart. This cart is not moving slowly.
Do you need an eye in the sky, perhaps? I got a minute worth of flight for the day if you need me out there.
He's going
Hold on, I need to look up the stats on something.
He's
Yes,
going to...
yes, Katai
Because I'm
can
pretty
fly.
sure that Connor would end up seeing the guy in the cloak touching the cart, right?
Yes.
Instantly he would tell everybody, look, this is what I need. This is, I think, the best option is somebody follows the man in black.
Man in black.
And somebody follows the cart.
Say no more?
She turns to look at Katai. Just follow from above.
Katai nods and just flies up.
Yay. So she
We
does
love
that.
Katai.
Can I? God, this is gonna be hard to pull off, but I want to try it anyway. She wants to try and like
when you guys try to just
sneakily,
stretch rules.
and
You can't
sneakily like
sneakily fly. I'm sorry. That's
no,
just
she's not gonna
happening.
sneakily fly. She's not gonna fly. If she can like maybe grab on to the back of the cart and like grab the back of it, and hold on.
All right, give me a.
I want to try and do that without like being detected.
Yeah, give me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fair. And now I wish I had that armor on. Hold on. We're gonna roll that.
Yes.
For everyone wondering why I keep staring upwards, David has had me connect my laptop to this ginormous TV screen that's up here, so I've got my sheet up there, and I keep having 3 minutes to look at it. And
Listen, I just figured it'd be a lot easier. She could split everything up in half.
oh, come on! That was a nat 20! But that's a 15 stealth. It's not the best, but it's not.
Katai takes what she says, and
put the
instead
armor
of sticking to the back of the thing, it actually goes and sticks underneath the carriage.
Ooh.
What's sticking underneath the carriage?
Katai is now.
Why did he do that? I'm trying to go.
Oh, you're trying to do that. Okay, you jump underneath the carriage, yeah.
Yeah, I'm holding on to the carriage now. Is there are there any openings into the carriage that I can see? Not like a door to get inside. Like I want to. Is there anything I can see through?
There is not. It is airtight.
And can Ramonor keep up with the cart without having to run?
No.
Because big dude, no?
I mean, Koresh is booking it at this point. This cart's getting farther and farther away by the second, and everybody's just kind of twiddling their thumbs except for Azurus. Like, he's just fucking...
She's going to speak through the connection to Katai and just, can you hear anyone inside? And she's kind of asking him to use that telepathic speech to see if she can hear anyone inside, if he can hear anyone inside of the cart.
Repeat that. Koresh, you see an arrow hit right at your feet. Totally misses you.
Keep going. Fuck these people. I have shield. I know what I'm doing.
Can Ramonor make a perception check for whoever just shot an arrow?
Actually, yeah. No. Pause on that. Can I make a perception check or something to see if I can see where the arrow came from, like with the trajectory of where the arrow stopped?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Hold on.
Oh, no, you can make one too.
Where is...
Oh,
there
boy.
is... Come on, come on,
Perception?
come on. That's a 10. That's a no.
No.
That's an 11.
You also don't know. No, Connor, you don't know either. You're too preoccupied with looking at this thing.
Connor's is just like, well, she's there. Where's the sky? He's
we're...
probably...
Fuck it, we're running. We're going. Koresh is actually gonna pop out. Koresh is actually gonna pop out the wings, and action and movement just straight up dashing 60 feet per round. Up a bit, and he only has a minute of this. So let me know because they would be making sure how long it's been, but just to kind of catch up to the cart and possibly, maybe, if it's a possibility, quietly get on top and then cast greater invisibility on themselves.
Okay. As you do not get through that cart, no one hears you. You hear nothing.
No, it wasn't. She can't obviously hear through the. She was asking because Katai has that telepathy. Mm-hmm. She was telling Katai, reach out and see if you can connect to anyone inside the cart.
Oh, okay. Katai.
Yeah.
Katai gets back to you and says, hear nothing.
Well, that doesn't eliminate anything, but keep trying.
Ramonor pulls a javelin from his back and is just taking long striding steps with it as a walking stick.
Okay, cool.
He sees something, he can just yeet it.
Koresh, as you jump, roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
This? Oh boy, this is
as you land on top of this thing.
Okay, so that's a 20 for the first, and then a 16 for the second.
You jump, and even with your 16, you hear absolutely nothing when you land on top of this. There's no sound made at all.
Okay, and then, like I said, greater invisibility. I know it only lasts for a minute. And then they're going to kind of just straight up prone crawl up to the edge of where the driver would be sitting and kind of try to see what's going on with the driver. Is there any identifying markings like they saw on some of the people in the tavern? Is there something that they could use to identify the situation?
Nothing particular. You just see a human man.
Okay. Then what we are going to do, and I'm sad that I'm an idiot and don't know how to play a bard, that I didn't take a bunch of spells that allow him to just be like, oh, hi, tell me your shit. We're going to cast mass suggestion on one creature, unfortunately. And I need a wisdom save of 18 as Koresh just kind of leans down and says, hey, buddy, what might you have in the cart down there?
As you go to cast mass suggestion and you go to speak, you hear nothing come out of your mouth.
Do I lose the spell?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Then we're gonna be a little less nice. I need what is it? I think it might be
Koresh, since you're a bard and a lot of your spells are verbal, you recognize now that you are in a zone of silence.
Absolutely, but this doesn't need any sound to work. Because to be quite honest, if everybody is distrusting, I'm distrusting. I need a dex saving throw of 14 as I am going to use a psychic breath weapon on this motherfucker.
He succeeds.
Okay, well then you take half damage. Let's see here. Give me something good, baby. Give me something good. That's 18, so that's 9 damage of psychic bullshit right to the face.
Okay.
And in hopes of kind of disorienting the driver to get
this driver doesn't budge at all.
Still greater invisibility. So, fuck.
I just can't speak to him without exposing herself. Never mind.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna fucking chill up here for now until I come up with a better
Connor,
plan.
you're about 20 feet behind this cart. Ramanor, you're about 40 feet behind this cart. The cart now reaches the edge of town and is checking out of the town at the check mark to leave.
Connor's not planning to do anything yet. He's just continuing to follow. But he does send a message back to Az, and it's just a simple, Katai is following the man, correct?
Just follow the cop from the road.
So we're all following the car. Okay. Understood. Just wanted to be sure.
All right, cool.
What is this cart made of?
Wood.
Are there any open flames nearby?
No. Daylight.
No open flames in daylight? Come on. Okay.
The cart has now left town. Connor
Does it
and
stop at the gate?
It does stop at the gate, yes. So you guys gain another 10 feet as it stops at the gate.
Get your rhino, for fuck's sakes, get the horses.
You can't say anything.
I know.
Because you're in that zone of silence.
I know.
He does have a sending stone.
Give me one moment.
He does have a sending stone, though.
I want to see how far my telepathy goes.
They all have a sending stone. Well, except for Az, who has the necklace.
I'm just trying to see if I can reach you with my telepathy currently. Because I don't know how far it actually reaches.
What I can do without sound.
Do you need scissors?
Can as. I want to know, if I stick the hilt of my sunblade up against the wood and activate it, would it just go through and burn?
No, it won't.
The radiant energy wouldn't burn through the wood? Okay. I thought that would be cool, but that's fair. She's not the strongest. She's far more dexterous.
Oh no, it has to be within 30 feet. Would Connor be within 30 feet?
Of what?
Of the cart currently?
Yes.
Right, so we have a crazy fucking rogue on the bottom of this thing. I'm invisible on the top. Perhaps it might be pertinent to maybe grab the steeds and start booking it behind us. Maybe that rhino can...
Let's pass through the city gate first.
As with your last check, your last stealth check, I just rolled a perception check for one of the guards checking the cart. You have been discovered. You see one of the guards look underneath the cart and he's like, "Hey! You aren't a part of this squad. What are you doing here?" What do you do?
Did she climb towards the front and hop into the front of the cart where the driver is?
You could try. Well,
Can I at least attempt? Yeah.
Sure.
What kind of a check do I need to make?
There's no check. Do you want to do that?
She wants to scoot the opposite way and try and
Without being seen?
I mean, she's been spotted. No.
Yeah.
She's
okay.
trying to go fast.
Why? What is that going to accomplish?
Because if she can get into the front of the cart, she might be able to steal it.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
Can I assist in this and try to yank the driver off the top of the fucking cart?
You'll lose your invisibility.
No, I have greater invisibility.
Oh, okay. Okay, you can try.
Absolutely. What kind
Give me
of
a strength check.
It's gonna suck so bad, but you
Yep.
know what? The bard is gonna try his damnedest to do whatever.
Could she technically help him if she gets up in there and she kind of pushes this guy? Could she give
6.
if she shoves the guy and Koresh is pulling the guy? Would that count as advantage for him or for her?
You can try.
Yeah, I already rolled a
check?
fucking 6, so get yourself that strength check and try and fucking figure this out.
Can I get it at advantage because he's kind of helping?
No, he already rolled one, so you just get a regular one.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dear dice gods, be with me. The dice gods are okay with me.
You do not do it. He does not
Sad.
budge. You sit down, and this driver does not look at you.
Is he wearing a hood?
Huh?
Is he wearing a hood?
No.
I'm just staring at him.
Yep. He's not even staring at you. He's just looking forward.
What does he look like?
Just a regular old human man. Your average male.
She's gonna in front of his face.
Doesn't move. Doesn't do anything.
She's going to kind of put her hand on his face and see if she feels anything. Is he breathing? Is he warm?
He's not breathing, and he is very cold.
And you just hear in her head, he's dead. Or petrified. Something of the sort.
And as what's your AC?
At current, and without the reaction, that's not right. Oh yeah, it's a 20, but I can make it a 24 on reaction.
Cool. Someone grabs your hand. Give me a strength check. Strength save. Strength save.
Surprisingly, I'm good at those. Not today, I'm not.
Yeah. You get pulled out of the cart onto the ground.
Damn it.
And a man mounts you and tries to put you on handcuffs.
Is there any way I can get out of this?
Connor's going to run up and say, oh, thank you. You found her. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been missing her. She's a little bit. She has not taken her medication that I meant to go
cart
get
takes
from the
off.
temple.
Or she's still on the
walking
cart.
after it.
Or she's
All right.
still on the cart.
Ramanor's still going after the cart. Koresh is on the
Actually,
cart.
he's gonna summon his rhinoceros and ride that right past the guards.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Oh boy.
So yeah, Connor's trying to get her out of the cups right now.
Give me a deception check.
It was at this moment he knew he fucked up.
As we'll just...
That's a 12.
He's right. Guard my medication. Can I assist him by attempting to lie too?
Roll one more, Connor.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Dice gods, dice gods, dice gods.
No.
No.
That's a shite is what that was.
He looks at you and he says, "Who is this woman to you?"
He's gonna look at him straight in the face, and at this moment, he has finally realized. He's like, "Would you believe in the fact that she's actually supposed to be my fiance, but apparently she took one too many hits to the head recently, and she doesn't remember that? I'm been trying to help her recover.
He looks at you and he says, "Where's your ring?"
Fiance, we did not actually get married yet.
Where's her ring?
Wait, she doesn't have it on her?
Az,
God
are you wearing a
damn it.
ring?
Huh?
Does
Yes.
Az wear rings?
But she wears one, and it's on the right index finger, but it looks like a regular band because it's been turned inwards.
Okay.
So it's not on like the tip, but she wears a ring.
All right. He says, "This is your fiance. This crazy woman."
Has to keep her mouth shut so she just reads.
As they say, the crazier they are, the more fantastic they are, and it's true.
Does the rhinoceros distract him at all?
A little bit. He lets her up. He lets Az up. Is like, see to it that she gets her medication.
Yes, thank you, but I promise.
She kind of just to like add to the whole facade, just kind of looks at him and to like pretend that she's just insane, even though inside she wants to die.
Connor just grabs her. It's like, yeah, let's go, honey. Let's go. Come on. We have to go back. Remember, we still have
She's
to meet up.
following.
We still have to meet up with the others. And then Connor to the rest of them. Yeah, we'll try to catch up shortly with the Sending Stones. I hope.
Just summon the fucking horse.
I will do that in a minute after we get away from the guards.
Take your time, I can follow. Anyone know where he went? Where did
I do. He's fucking right under me. Apparently not fucking alive, or whatever the fuck he is.
He was talking about you. Did these all
Me?
connect together, or do they only connect back to Connor?
They only connect back to
Oh,
Connor.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
hold
Ramanor
on.
is like,
Koresh, where are you?
Which one?
No, he would
said
go
Koresh.
like, he would get
Oh.
the message from Ramanor, then ask Koresh, and then relay the message back to Ramanor.
I'm still going fucking straight, and I'm still on top of the fucking cart, and this invisibility is about to run the fuck out, and I still don't know what the fuck I'm in for.
He's still on top of the cart.
Yes!
and that's relayed. Cool.
Is that then? Az tells Connor, Katai is following from above, so they're not alone.
Good.
Once they're out of sight of the guard, Ramanor is gonna take his javelin and just shove it in between the wheel spokes on the back left wheel.
No!
All right. I'll say you do that. Your javelin gets jammed in there, and the wheel starts to skid. The cart jerks to a stop. Give me an acrobatics check.
For Ramanor or
Oh,
For Koresh.
actually, I'm
Koresh.
pretty good at those. Let's go. Dice gods, dice gods, dice gods, dice gods. Oh, that's a fucking 19's what that
All
is.
right, cool. You just kind of stand firm on this, and then when it stops, Koresh, you look down and you see that human man come to life almost. As he like sits up even a little more straight, you can hear grinding almost as if it's not actual flesh that's moving. And as you look closer and closer, you realize that that's a rock golem. The golem steps off of the cart.
Do I have any inkling if psychic damage is even remotely effective against this man's? And I need to know this.
Not at all. It doesn't have a mind.
Well, there goes 90% of Koresh's spells. Okay, let's see what I do have here. Maybe. Shit. You know what? If we're dealing with a golem, I'm gonna have to pull up some stats here, but I know it's CR8. I'm gonna turn into a fucking T-Rex using polymorph as I grab this tiny little moth cocoon and I just kind of like breathe on it a bit, and then all of a sudden, as I jump down, I'm just this fucking tank.
Do you jump down onto the cart?
No, I jump off the cart before I change.
Okay, cool.
Crushes everything.
Sounds good. You turn into a T-Rex standing 15 feet tall, covering a 10-foot wide space. And Ramonor just sees the T-Rex just show up. There it is, yeah.
Oh boy.
There it is, yeah.
This is about to be fun.
Ramonor will hop off of his rhinoceros. And wouldn't you know it, his vestments, you can just pull them right off. And he just essentially just does the whole rip off and toss to the side, and he's wearing full armor underneath. And he looks at the rock golem. And just waits.
Okay.
See what this thing does.
Korish isn't gonna wait. This is a rock golem, and it's coming to life right in front of their face, and he's now a T-Rex with fucking no intelligence. So he gonna bite real big and hard on this motherfucker.
Okay.
So that is, if I'm looking at the stats correctly, it is a +10 to hit and 4d12 plus 7 damage. So let's see how this goes.
Let's see.
I was waiting to use this spell. That's 12. I'm guessing that doesn't hit. Actually, can I
Does
make
not
this a
hit.
multi? Can I make this a multi-attack?
Do you have multi-attack as your thing?
Yes, I do. I
go
can
for
make
it.
one with the bite and one with the tail. So we're going to try
Go ahead.
again. A little less damage on the tail, but that's fine. A 15, I'm guessing, doesn't hit either.
It does not hit, no. You
God
snap twice, and nothing happens. You like completely miss. Your head's a little too big. The golem walks up, and it just grabs the spear and pulls it out of the wheel and sticks it in the ground, and then turns around. Ramonor, what are you doing?
Ramonor will... He's going to take it, jam it back in the wheel, and stand right in front of it in the golem's way.
The golem turns around again and looks at the spear, and then looks at you, and then walks towards the spear. Doesn't even pay attention to you.
And that's an arm out to stab it.
Okay.
Making athletics or just strength or...
Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. The rock golem then goes ahead and picks you up and slams you back first on the ground. Taking you are taking 16 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then the golem pulls out the spear, the sticks, and then throws it, actually.
Okay.
I will say it'll take 3 rounds for Az and Connor to show up.
Okay.
Cool. Can I make a meal of this guy again? Or is Ramonor going to do something fun?
Nope, it is now Koresh's turn. Koresh, you're up.
Cool. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, this is the multi-attack, so I'm going with the bite first.
Okay.
12 plus 7. Oh, I forgot that's actually a +10 to hit.
I didn't do enough damage to you, Ramonor, but it's okay. I will just sleep on that one.
Give me 1 second. I think I rolled that wrong.
Didn't do enough damage to me?
No, I didn't roll the right amount of damage. It was supposed to be another D8 plus 6.
That is that's 44 points on the first attack.
How many?
And then 44 points of, I think it is, give me a second just so I can make sure I know what the damage is. Piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I need a DC 17 strength check, because if it's not, then it's grappled.
Okay, it saves on the grapple, and you bite into it, and your teeth slide off of it.
Is it immune to piercing damage?
Yes.
I hate this
It's-
thing.
Player
Okay,
knows
so,
things. I don't know if character would know things. I'm gonna
So-
shut up.
so then we're gonna go for the tail. Plus 10. Okay, that's a 23,
That hits.
and that is 3d8, and I think it's bludgeoning. And plus 7, so that's 18 plus the 7 would be... I forgot to put it, but that'd be 26? No,
Okay,
no,
cool.
no, 25.
Okay. As you go, it like kneels down and puts its hands in front of itself very slowly, and then gets knocked back a few feet, and it stands up, and you see it is also immune to bludgeoning damage. All right, let's go.
I hate this thing.
So pretty much, to sum it up, this is Koresh's worst enemy.
This
to fight.
is everything that he can do, it is fucking immune to. So now it's just all death.
Ramanor, you are prone on the ground.
Armor will stand.
Okay.
He's gonna cast bonus action Shield of Faith on himself, making his AC 27.
All right.
And then he's going to walk up to, if he can, the golem,
Yeah, you can.
and make 2 attacks.
All right.
That's a 25 to hit,
That hits.
and a 24 to hit.
Both hit.
Cool.
Divine Smite on both.
That's 11 damage for one, 4 damage for the other,
Okay.
add another 10 damage on top of that. And we're going to drop a 3rd level and 2nd level smite.
Jeez.
That's another 20 and 18 damage.
All right. Wow. Okay. Cool. What kind of damage is this?
Radiant and bludgeoning.
It is not affected by any of the bludgeoning damage, but it takes all the raging damage.
Why do I feel like bludgeoning should be more damage to something that's made of rock?
You know, it says it's immune.
I hate this thing. I hate this thing.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not vulnerable?
No, it says
No,
damage. It
it's-
says damage
I've
immunities.
looked at these before. I almost chucked some of these at you guys once. This is right.
Okay.
I'm only
Fine.
chucking one of them at you.
So
Yeah.
it took
I thought about
40.
doing three.
It took 48 radiant.
Okay, 48 radiant.
48 radiant total, because the 6
The knight
and
is
the
young.
4, the 6 and the 4 that I rolled are for my improved divine smite. I get to roll an extra D8
Sure.
radiant on every attack.
Sure.
So yeah, 48 radiant.
Okay.
And actually, let me reread something real quick.
Its sub golems are challenge rating 8. This golem is challenge rating 10.
I hate it.
These ones are not fun.
Okay, I wasn't sure
It's
if
fun.
Crusher Feet gave me the ability to deal bludgeoning even if it was resistant or immune.
Okay, cool.
But, no, we're good.
Golem is up, and it's just going to make a multi-attack at you, Ramanor, since
Go
you're
ahead.
right in front of it. 27 and 22.
The fuck is its plus? The 27 hits, the 22 does not.
Okay. Make sure I get this damage stuff right. That's 17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You make my concentration save.
Yeah.
13. Yeah, I beat it.
Okay, cool. And then it's going to look at you, and I need you to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save?
Yes.
16.
You fail. You can no longer take reactions. Your speed is halved, and you cannot make more than one attack per turn.
And this is because of what?
His slow ability.
It's just a okay.
Yep. The golem targets one or more creatures within 10 feet of it. Each target must make a DC 17 wisdom saving throw against this magic.
17. Of course, I was one below. Damn.
Okay. We're gonna do something crazy.
All right. You guys have one more turn before you two show up.
Yep. Koresh. Okay. So this is a question to the DM.
Sure.
Golems are made through magic, right? Different
Yes.
enchantments, different kinds of spells.
Yes.
Would you say a dispel magic would work to end this thing's life?
Yes.
Cool. We're gonna drop polymorph, and Koresh is just going to look at this thing, basically shitting their pants so heavily right now. Last ditch effort, and we are gonna cast dispel magic at 4th level.
Huh? Roll me a flat D20.
Flat D20?
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, honey.
What was it?
It's a 9, but I was pretty sure that you were supposed to add your modifier to it, weren't you? Because that was the thing for dispel magic. If it's higher than the spell.
Oh, yeah. It works either way. So you see Ramenor, this golem, just fall to pieces right in front of you.
That serves you fucking right, you big bastard.
He's just gonna like place a hand to his chest and pump 30 points of lay on hands into himself.
Okay. You are still slowed for the next 1 minute.
Can I save again?
Yeah, you can make another save if you like.
Would Lesser Restoration help with that?
It would, but he can also just make a save.
True. We'll see what he gets.
I have a +8.
Okay.
God damn it, that's a 2 + 8.
Okay. Then yeah, no. Koresh is going to use Lesser Restoration on Ramenor.
Let's try one more time.
One more time?
Hey, that's a 19.
Okay. Okay. And forget the Lesser Restoration.
Yeah, rock golems they're a bitch.
Yeah, so Ramenor heals himself, finally breaks out of that. Is there like a back to this card, a way to open it?
Yeah, it's locked magically.
Can Ramenor just use strength to break that lock?
Give me a strength check.
Hit him with that 14.
You punch it and it rattles. No sound is made though. Make another strength check.
Okay.
Want to punch that bitch again?
I could strength check.
Roll me an attack.
You want attack?
Yeah, give me an unarmed strike.
Oh, unarmed strike?
Yeah, give me an unarmed
God
strike.
damn it, that was a 3 + 7.
10 hits. Well, a 10 will hit the cart. So I mean, now just roll damage.
4 damage.
Yeah.
He's got a +3 to strength.
Okay. Az and Connor, you show up and you see like Ramenor just like punching this cart.
Koresh is just over here kicking rocks. Literally kicking rocks.
Az comes up, and as she's coming, she's told Katai to come back, and he lands on her shoulder.
Can I
And she just
command
looks
the
at them.
locks open?
And she just looks at them and, do I even want to ask?
Driver was a golem, didn't hurt him at all, decided that I was just going to end his life by taking away the magic that made him. Ramanor's currently trying to punch a magically locked door.
All
Trying
right.
to break it.
Connor simply just gonna ask, did you try using the spell magic on the magically locked door?
She points to Connor like, yeah, that.
You know, I hadn't thought about that, but and then we are going to cast Dispel Magic again, and we're only going to go at a first level because I don't want to start fucking destroying all of my high level spells.
So you thought about using it
Oh no,
on the
second
golem.
level. Second
You thought
level.
about using it on the golem, but you didn't use it on the door.
Roll me a d20
Nope.
with your modifier.
Third level.
Don't
Sorry.
kind of have that magic, so I was just going with what I knew.
So let's
So you're
see
just-
here. Let's
Punching
see.
a magical
Let's
Just
door.
see,
boxing a
let's see.
door. Yeah.
So this will be whatever I roll plus 4.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna punch it at the same time he casts
That
it. So
is an 11.
That works.
that's
yep.
that's a 21.
That door creaks open. Who's peeking into the door?
Well, Ramonor punched it at the same time it got unlocked with a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah,
No.
that door collapses in on itself. Everyone can see inside, and what you see is quite an unusual sight. Actually, you see a cart full of rations, bread, corn, things like that, and hanging from the top of the cart in little compartments, you can tell by the smell, it's actually gunpowder. Ramonor, since you collapsed the door in on itself before it fully opened, nothing ignited, so it didn't explode. But that's what you have, a cart full of rations.
Why would rations be so heavily guarded?
That's kind of what I want to fucking know. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, talk about overkill.
And from there, we're going to take a break.
Your timing.
We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the episode so far. I've been trying to find a way to challenge our players. And sometimes you don't need to give them a super strong monster. Just give them a couple immunities. It'll work. So,
That was worth it.
you think it was
I
worth
don't
it?
know, kind of hit pretty damn
This is
strong.
the one time I'm angry. I'm not a barbarian and I can't rage.
Wouldn't have mattered.
I know
Those
it wouldn't
things
have
are
mattered.
immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
No,
from
but I mean, the
weapons that
zealot
aren't
could have just hit it a
adamantine.
bunch of times and get a little bit of radiant damage, maybe.
All right, we'll be back, guys. See you in a few minutes.
Don't mind our positioning. How it goes.
Assume the position.
That's weird.
Fight me.
Questionable, Jack.
You're the one who
Questionable.
doesn't like to watch Food Wars, and you're saying assume the position? Like,
I can make jokes, but Food Wars was something else. As a woman, I was uncomfortable watching the amount of women getting tentacled.
what
Was not my
episode was
vibe.
It was 2.
She didn't even make it that deep.
No. And it does not continue with any tentacles shit.
I'm good. Anyways, thank you for everyone. Everyone on Earth at this current moment is trying to get me into anime because I wasn't into anime before.
Hey, listen, we got you hooked on Parasite now, so you know what? I can't be mad.
Listen, I had her watching Demon Slayer
You're all
earlier.
wanting to turn me into a weeb, and I don't understand it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You're already a weeb.
I'm not
I
even a
am
weeb.
not.
I'm just an anime.
Yes, you are. You're not an anime weeb.
David's screaming at me that I'm already a weeb. But yesterday, David and another friend of ours that I met up with in New York took me to an anime store. What did I buy? My friend Totoro chopsticks. Out of everything.
All right.
Riley, you're not allowed to have these when I get home.
He said I would want them.
Can't use them,
Anyways,
they're mine.
let's move along here.
My girlfriend's saying that we're doing a great job. All right, let's do this.
Thank you,
Hey,
girlfriend.
we appreciate you. You're the best. It's the team mom.
girlfriend.
She's the team mom.
Yes.
The team mom.
She brings
One
the
day.
orange slices after practice.
That's weird.
Did none of y'all have that? Am I the only guy who played football for like 1
Wasn't
year?
allowed to play sports. That's why my parents ended up with a D&D nerd as their disappointment about this child.
Hey, listen,
No.
I'm right there with you.
No.
I played sports and I'm still here, so
I would scrape my knee. I also played sports and I'm still here, but I would scrape my knee or like come home really tired. My mom wouldn't feed me. She was like, go walk it off. You know, stuff like that. So.
I
Yikes!
see people in the Discord server having to explain Food Wars to people that are watching the stream being streamed through Discord. Thanks, mate.
All right, guys, let's do this.
Yep.
Connor and Koresh, you show up. No, Connor and Az, I'm sorry, you show up.
Still
Tough.
kicking rocks.
No, I'm sorry. No, you've shown up.
We
You
already
opened
showed
the
up.
door.
We
You
punched the
found
door open.
you found the gunpowder at the top. You realized that if you just swung the door open, it would have ignited it and blew it up, but that didn't happen. So
nope, punch the door in.
just rations. Just rations.
Oh, that's not what I expected to find in here.
As I will repeat what she had said earlier was, no, why would they so heavily guard rations? A golem and explosives. This doesn't feel right.
Seems like a fuck ton of overkill.
Can we determine if there's a way to safely remove the gunpowder?
Right.
Can we determine, like, is there a check for that, or can we just see that it's like, or was it completely diffused because Ravenor KO'd the door?
Oh, it's diffused. Yeah, it's not gonna.
Okay, cool. So we know it's not going to blow up on us. So Az is going to carefully climb into the cart and start investigating. Should I make a roll for that?
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna.
You know, I thought we were supposed to be looking for fucking children, and then, you know, I figured this cart might have something to do with it. But now we see that it was just some fucking over-paranoid schizo that decided
Would someone like to
fucking
help
put a
me with
golem
the
here.
investigation?
Connor would help.
So I'm gonna take another roll, and then that was worse. But I have a maneuver I got when we last leveled. I get to add a superiority die, should I wish. I'm going to do that. That's an extra.
I'm just seeing in the VC text chat in the VC that they're watching Twisted Perceptions in, and it was something about
22.
I can't watch Food Wars.
We'll
So it
take
looks
that
like she
17 plus 5, so a 22 investigation. And I need to mark off that superiority die.
All right, cool. You look and see all the sacks on there that's holding all the food, and you can see that they're all labeled. You see compound zone 1 through 5, so like compound zone 1, compound zone 5, compound zone 4, 2.
So she's poking around and just telling them, it's talking about a compound. There's zones to it, I guess. Question, is the abjuration magic still going? Because that spell lasts for 10 minutes.
It's still going.
Stop. So is the abjuration magic still?
Yeah.
She turns to Koresh. There's magic on the card. Abjuration magic. You need to spell it.
Oh dear fuck. Alright, I guess we're draining the well dry today. Yeah, fuck it. I'll cast it again, and I believe, let me check just to make sure I know what level it is. I'm gonna cast another level 3 Dispel Magic on the Abjuration, and I'm guessing I'm gonna have to roll for that again.
Yeah.
Right, so let's do this. Dice gods be in my favor. Bounce, bounce, bounce. It's a 13.
A 13, that works. Yeah. You can hear things again.
So the abjuration magic is gone.
Yes.
Does anything else change in the card?
No.
So we literally stopped a fucking cart full of cornmeal. Are you fucking serious?
Also, out of character, my girlfriend doesn't understand anything that's happening, but she's still watching our stream.
Love her.
For the record, that's how we add people into our cult called D&D.
With that 22, is there a name of the compound or a map or anything that I can see?
All you see is compound, and everything is labeled compound zone 1 through 6.
She kind of turns and sits. She's like sitting on the edge of the cart, feet dangling, and just. I'd hate to go on another fetch quest, but this has definitely grabbed my attention. Circumstances are far too strange to think that this is anything innocent.
Connor's just gonna be like, whose bright idea was it to actually stop the cart?
Our mic has gotten really soft.
Because I figured if we followed it to where it was going, we'd be able to see what's going on. If the kids are there, then we could go and deal with it at that location.
Well, my thought was that the kids were on the fucking cart. Like, that's why everybody was in such a rush to fucking go after it. That's the only reason I went after it in the first place.
It's okay.
What does this
okay.
have to do with kids?
We all thought one thing and ended up here at this place. Okay, so we need to figure out where this is going to.
Which direction did the cart go?
Oh, it's been going east.
East. And the crags were south?
Yes.
Connor's gonna
Sure.
look to Az and be like, do you think that Katai would be able to find anything? Like maybe the where this is supposed to be heading to?
You can do it any better than the rest of us. This is by, and I don't know how far the cart is going.
Can I make a suggestion? Somebody's going to be needing those supplies. If we're really that adamant about, following where this thing was supposed to be going, somebody's going to have to come pick this up. realistically, we could just camp out somewhere in the fucking brush at the side of the road, possibly catch them, or at least be able to wait until they arrive so we can follow them later. This is mostly me apologizing for my fuck up because I still thought we were trying to save a bunch of kids from a fate worse than fucking death.
You're not wrong, and it's actually not a bad idea.
Children. Does have to do with children. So better leave than not waste on this.
Because in all honesty, seeing all these rations here makes me think that whatever compound this is, there will be a lot of people doing work there. Now, if children are going missing, then it is possible that they're using them to work in this compound.
I
And
think
they're
I'm on
trying
the
to bring
same
in the
level.
food in order to feed them.
That's a very good fucking possibility, actually.
So if we had followed the cart to its location, we would have been able to actually see what exactly is going on and then plan accordingly. Now, once again, this is completely different, and so now the question is, how do we deal with this? So I say we could wait, like your idea is, but at the same time, we could have Katai and go search. Katai stays within range,
Something about 100 feet.
and then see if there's any big buildings nearby. If there are, we can try going over and seeing what's there.
Laz, how far can Katai go and still be able to communicate with you?
Same distance.
Feet.
How many?
100.
If we had Katai hidden somewhere up the road, out of sight, out of mind, possibly an early warning system about 100 feet up the road, so that way we can be prepared for when something's coming on their way down.
Do it. Use his sight. Don't like the idea of stuff. It's manageable.
Then I think we have ourselves a plan. Now, do we have a backup plan in case that plan goes to shite? Or are we just going to do what we bumfucks do all the time, and that's wing it with a fucking spoon up our ass?
The backup plan is
Don't die.
yes, exactly.
Spoons up our ass it is?
Shit with you and asses.
Honey, there's no one alive that can comprehend my sexual preference, so we're just going to leave it at that.
I don't think anyone wants to.
You'd be surprised. I think I could make money for it.
So what are we doing?
We're gonna can't. Well, what's the surrounding area look like?
Kind of just a brick road. There's some trees and stuff.
Is there a large enough patch of trees that we can possibly obscure ourselves enough in the brush to kind of still keep an eye but be mostly hidden from anybody passing by?
Yeah, you could do that. It'll take a DC like 17 to hide and not be able to be seen.
Shall we give it a go?
Yeah. And as we'll send Katai 100 feet away up the road and hide in a bush or something. I don't know.
Now,
Where you can
Mr.
fit a pseudo dragon.
Mr. Dungeon Master, if we decided to just straight up go caveman style and cover up our faces with a bunch of leaves, mud, and twigs, you think we could get advantage on that roll?
No.
Shite. All right.
While they're getting ready, Az is going to switch out of the armor into the stealth armor. Just so you know.
Okay.
Alright, so you're gonna take 10
Romanor
minutes.
made
You're gonna
his
take 20
roll.
minutes to do that?
I'm gonna make that stealth check real quick.
Romanor made his rolls and got a 3.
Ooh, I got a 19.
And it's just regular studded, but with that advantage on stealth checks thing, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Adding it to my sheet.
The only thing
Let me
Connor is
allow me
going
to
to
simply
do.
crane my neck for a few minutes.
What
Just go ahead.
time of day is it currently right now?
It is currently about dusk.
Okay. Would we want to sleep in shifts for the most part? I mean, I'm pretty sure Katai can just warn Az at any point and wake her up. But in case something gets past the little lizard, perhaps somebody on a watch would be able to keep our eyes sharp throughout the night. Actually get some spells back and sleep.
Seeing as to how it's
You
getting
are
dark.
muted, David.
Seeing how it is actually getting darker, he's going to look at everybody and just go, you do realize that we can do something else as well. If we want to do this, and we don't want to wait, because who knows when they're going to come looking for this card. I can share my vision for an hour. And it's 300 feet.
That's all well and good, but I still think most of us would like to get a rest in. Just simply due to the fact that, you know, we've very much myself, I've kind of blown through a bunch of fucking spells that I probably shouldn't have very fucking early on.
That's understandable. No worries.
Take turns. A second. I need to rest as well.
Then I'll put up a hut. We'll rest in it.
Let's see. She might need just a short rest, not a long rest for most of her features. Yeah. We're gonna... Az will only short rest. So whoever needs more rest can take it. Because she can.
I can take first watch if you need. Pretty decent at keeping a lookout.
So regardless of what, he would end up...
You muted again, David. You
Hello,
unmuted
I
it.
hit
Over.
the wrong thing again. Anyway, he would end up bringing everybody close and ritual casting Lehman's tiny hut.
That is fucking brilliant.
So this way everybody can at least has a safe spot to rest in. Since you guys were inside during the creation of it, you guys can come and go at will.
That's a very fucking handy spell. Right. So, we bedding down? Any objections?
So- Koresh is taking first, Az will take second. Who's taking third?
Connor can take third.
And then Romnor is fourth. Cool.
So we bedding down?
All right, sounds like you guys are bedding down. Let's do it. So you guys go ahead and go down and say, Koresh, you're taking first watch?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool, Koresh. Give me a flat D20 roll.
Flat D20. Okay. Come on. That is a big fat Juan Uno.
Lord looks concerned.
Koresh dies. New
No.
character needed.
Koresh. Koresh. You look into the distance, and as the sun sets lower and lower, you see something that looks almost like a stained glass windowsill. It's not attached to a building. It seems to be floating in the air. And you can see a green mass of energy flowing out from it. It is not moving closer to you. It is not moving any further away from you. It is simply there. The longer you stare at it, the more sinister it feels. But you can tell that it is not poised to attack or do harm in any way.
Fuck that shite. I'm out. I'm going to stay right here. I'm not going towards it. I'm not going further from it. I'm just going to sit in my little nook and hope that that 19 is going to keep me hidden well enough to not be fucked up the arse with whatever fuckery that is.
Is that it? You're just gonna stay there?
I might like telepathically like be like, so not to alarm or wake anyone, but there's a weird floating stained glass window with odd ethereal green smoky shite that makes me feel reminiscent of my fucked up uncle, and I don't like it.
You hear from Ramanor just
This is up immediately when she hears them like panicking, and she now has this Tumblr of her on, and that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Connor's gonna be like up to
You're muted.
David.
so many things. Connor's going to actually wake up at that time too. He's just like look around. What the
Look
hell are
out
you
there
talking
and
about?
you see the same thing. It is not moving any closer, but this thing seems to be extremely evil. You can clearly tell that it is not from this plane of existence.
Oop! And it's just gonna turn around and poke Raminor in the face.
Would this happen to
Give me a
be a
moment.
spell, my good sir? Of
yeah,
any
no, he
kind?
doesn't wake up. That's just another.
Is there any indication, my dear Dungeon Master, that this might still be some form of spell? Because if it is, I got 1/3 level left, and Dispel Magic is already fucking cocked and ready to roll.
Don't waste your spell slot. Az is going to kind of just not enough to like hurt really, but just kind of pat Raminor on the cheek, just whop. I lost my train of thought in the middle of talking.
In
Come on, you big
Ramonor's-
love.
What's your strength score, Raminor?
16?
Give me a strength check. DC 16. No, not Raminor. Not Raminor.
Oh, well.
As.
Meanwhile,
It'll
they're doing
clarify.
all that. Connor's gonna kind of walk towards the edge of the hut, and he's gonna try
Yeah,
to
no.
study it.
No. That would be a 3.
Can with telepathy, can I possibly send a song into Raminor's head, something akin to the Rivali, just and wake this motherfucker up?
As she's trying to wake up Raminor, she's going to speak to Katai and tell him to fly up and start flying towards the odd floating thing. She's going to look to the others and just shout, I'm going to use this sight. I'm not going to be able to see for a moment. And then she is going to, like, her eyes just go white as she switches into Katai's sight as he begins to fly towards.
Okay. As it gets closer, the windowsill somehow disappears, but that green energy stays.
Connor's studying it.
Investigation.
Is there any role for that, or?
Give me an investigation check.
All right,
By
all
the
right.
way-
Ramanor's sleeping.
Just for shits and giggles, just remember
17.
if this is some face shite, don't use your real fucking names and say anything you have to say to get them the fuck away.
17. You recognize this Connor as an alkylate. It is a demon that is even considered disgusting by demon standards. It is nothing but a pure mass of energy that is pure evil in essence.
When it disappears, she's gonna summon Katai back to herself. And she'll stop using his sight once he lands on her shoulder.
And you said it was what kind of creature?
It's called an alkylith. It's a demon. Alkylith.
Alkylith. Alkylith. Got it. He's gonna turn and tell everybody what it is.
Right. So we already had the Fae on our arse, and now we have demons. What's next? Are the gods gonna start raining fucking thunderbolts on our arses?
At the moment that he says, "What's next?" Connor is immediately going to jump at him and cover his mouth with his hand, and he's gonna stare at him with a
It's
look.
all telepathy. He's using telepathy. He's not.
Doesn't matter. The fact that it's just like trying to keep those words from physically coming out of his mouth. It's just like no.
Like
But
saying
there's
his
a
shift
look
is
of
quiet
both
at the
like
hospital.
fear as well
You didn't
as
think this through, did you?
who?
You.
Just
I'm talking
rolls her
telepathically.
eyes and looks at them and goes, "Do you think the demon might be connected to the Fae, considering it did say it was going to send messages after us?"
Yes, but why would the Fae work with a demon? It makes no sense.
Because they're scary.
Yeah, they're scary, but the Fae aren't necessarily evil as much as the ones that
Who
we.
knows?
Alright,
It was
alright.
a thought and I can be wrong.
That's fair. I'm just trying to come up with other options because I really don't want to think about multiple kinds of fucked up entities trying to turn us into fucking Swiss cheese.
Close her eyes. Go back, just go to sleep. Take my watch now.
Right, well, at least we have the dome. And, Karsh is gonna take that advice. It's gonna be real hard, but they're gonna try.
Gonna do what? I'm sorry.
Nah, Karsh is gonna follow Az's advice and try to go to sleep. Hopefully
Az
the
is going to take her watch now and keep an eye out for
Strange windows.
anything.
Alright, cool.
So like they go to sleep and Az is gonna sit there and she puts Katai in her lap. And once she thinks everyone is asleep and she's kind of stroking his scales, she's gonna kind of start humming a song. Just very quietly to herself. But it's not something she would ever do with anyone paying attention.
I did say it would be hard for them to fall asleep. Can I possibly hear this, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Not gonna say anything, just something I noticed.
Connor, as you go to like kind of go back to sleep, you remember alkyliths only show up in times of they are attracted to great evil because they are great evil. You know that alkyliths in essence are pretty harmless, but they are hard to kill. And when there is a great evil happening, they just show up on things like windowsills and doorways and things of that nature, and see that there's no such thing, at least no visible thing like that, out where you are. So it's even a little more like just out of the ordinary that it has shown up where it has.
Connor's gonna, before he ends up passing out, he's just gonna like walking back over, and he's going to cast see invisibility.
Okay.
Just on a whim, just to see, because knowing all that and a supposed window just showed up out of nowhere, he's like, maybe?
You cast see invisibility, and you see a wall and a window where the outcliff once stood.
He kind of looks to the left, to the right.
What?
He looked from the left to the right. I think he's
Yeah,
waiting for some kind of description.
He sees wall. That's all he sees.
He's
A
going.
building, this wall.
You see basically a fortress almost.
Oh.
I think I found out where it's supposed to, where the things were going, guys.
Az looks at him like he's crazy.
What?
He's gonna look at Az, and he's gonna say, quite clear as day, "Could you please have Katai walk straight ahead in this direction for about how far would the edge of the actual hut be to the wall?
50 feet.
About 50 feet? Have Katai just continue straight for 50 feet, and then just when he gets 49, put his claw out and just tell you what he feels. In
For
front.
you.
Huh?
I could just go.
Because you think I'm going insane, and this way, in case of anything, you could always pull him back instantly.
Oh. Make sure it's something really quick. Go on this, please. She's going to stop petting Katai. She'll snap her fingers and he disappears. He reappears 30 feet away and then walks ahead the rest of the thing. You can see the Sulu dragon. And when he gets close, he's just kind of gonna.
The tide touches a wall, and all you hear communicated to you is hard.
And she's gonna tilt her head, sounding or like looking confused, and then look at Connor. Like, explain, even though she doesn't say anything.
That thing that we saw only appears in doorways, windows. Typically harmless, harder to kill. But there's nothing here, and yet it appeared.
See a door anywhere.
So therefore, it only made sense that for it to appear within a window, the building that the window's attached to is invisible.
You see a door.
Not yet. Well,
Okay.
does he actually see a door anywhere near them? Or just pure wall?
Just wall and the one window.
She is going to stand up, stretch out a bit. I'm going to give it a reconnaissance. And I'm going to stealth. That's supposed to be an advantage. Hold on.
I mean, that 28 still looks pretty good on my end.
So we've got a 28. And we'll slip out of the little door and start kind of sneaking around the edges of the wall. She's going to like go up to where Katai is and just very gently put her fingers barely up against where she feels the surface and begin just kind of like following the feel of it, since she obviously can't see it.
Okay. You go and as you're running your hand over, you
Wait,
feel.
real quick. Can't do it anyway and see if it does anything. She's gonna use her last spell slot to cast Detect Magic again.
Sure.
Does it give her anything in that 30-foot range?
I mean, you know that there's some kind of invisibility spell happening. It's another abjuration spell.
So the fun thing is, because Detect Magic makes magic show up as a faint aura around any creature or object in the area that bears magic. So now, within that 30 feet, she wouldn't see the wall itself, but she would see the aura of magic.
Okay, you can see a window.
How far up is the window?
Not far. It's probably about 5 feet in the air.
Can I attempt to jump up and look in the window?
I mean, you can if you want.
Actually, I'm going to make my life a hell of a lot easier. She's going to stay on the ground and send Katai up.
Me just thinking about it, Ramanor could look into the window and have most of his chest.
Guess what? Ramanor hasn't
She
looked
would-
up jack shit.
She would send Katai up to look in the window and then switch to using his sight.
Okay, cool. You look through the window, and you see just a room full of weapons, like clubs, bludgeoning weapons, things that don't cause too much damage. So like clubs, hammers, things of that nature.
Okay.
Meanwhile, she's doing all that. Connor's actually going to wake up. He's just going to wake Ramanor up.
And then once she sees that, she's going to keep going along the wall, following the aura.
Or actually, at this point, is
Ramanor is
passed out,
asleep.
so.
I know, he's not letting anybody sleep at this point. He's going to wake everybody up.
But I need my spells.
Ramanor needs his spell slots too.
We have nothing. We are of no help right now. We have literally zero. Zip, nada. We need sleep. Otherwise,
I have
we're all
one
dead.
Let them
Second
sleep.
level-
As is still walking
Okay.
and investigating, you've got the mental connection. They can at least get a short rest in. It won't give them.
Yeah, it
Those
doesn't
last
give
give
any
me
spell slots,
any-
but yeah.
It will recover bardic inspiration and hit points.
That's true.
Yeah, see, I don't
I mean,
get
that's all you
anything
find
back.
as in 100 feet of walking. That's all you'll find.
Does it turn anywhere?
It does turn. You'll have to go out of sight from there.
She'll do it. I mean, she's stealthing and she's got the necklace. So she'll turn and continue to follow.
Give me a acrobatics check.
That means good things, right? Oh.
You hit a pitfall, and you jump just far enough back to slide in without falling directly in it. You slide into what would have been spikes.
Hit the spikes, or am I like against them?
You're against them. You don't fall onto them.
Nice. She's going to take a quick second to and then is going to see if there's any way out.
You can. I mean, you can probably jump out if you try hard enough.
I'm going to attempt to jump out.
All right, that's another acrobatics check.
Oh God.
Don't get an at 1. That's all I'm going to say.
Dear God, please. 7.
Oh, you got a 3. Good luck. No. You're not. You try
Can I
and
try
reach up towards the
again?
top. You can try again. You can try as many times as you want.
Shaq prays to God, Ford, I'm the only God here.
21.
21. You jump up and you get your hand just over, and you can lock it in so you can pull yourself up.
Cool. Just gonna pull herself up. Dust herself off. Go around. Keep going. She's trying to figure out like how big this thing is.
Oh, you're going to be
Or
going for
if
a
there
while.
are any doors.
You're going to be going for
Can
a
she
while.
tell that? Can she tell that this is like, just like from how far she's walked already? Can she get a sense of like,
You
this
can't
is
really get a sense of how large it is. No.
no? But can she get the idea that this is probably going to go on for a bit?
I mean, yeah. I mean, after walking 400 feet and then turning a corner and walking for another while and then hitting a pitfall trap, yeah, probably can tell it's not going to be a small place.
She's going to stop and send Katai to like. She's gonna have him reach out an arm to like keep a hand to feel the wall and go up until he goes above the wall.
Katai is flying for a while. You're not able to see anything. You lose your connection before you're able to see anything.
And she's gonna bring him back down the moment he's too far.
So this is the building equivalent to Godzilla, is what I'm hearing.
Okay, she's gonna bring him back. And then just and then we'll walk back to the group, avoiding the pitfall. And go up to Connor and tell him what she found, which isn't much, but it's big. They're traps.
Yeah. Connor, what do you do?
Connor's going to pace a little bit inside. Huge building. Window. Instead of actually us trying to find a way through a doorway, we may as well try to get through that window.
It's not a bad idea.
Because we know where the window is. We have the access point. If we get through there, we can then find out where we are. My main concern is the fact that it was here, and that only appears wherever there is gradient. So therefore, I'm not liking any of this.
I'm thinking with how big this is. God was coming out this way. And perhaps this is the compound a little.
I don't know. But regardless of what, I think what we need to do is I know that they should rest, but I would rather us head in and get to work on this faster.
I'm not going to be of any use without spells. Well, rations. How about I do some scouting? You'll know where I am with the necklace. Tell you. Sneak around.
Try to see if you can get in through that window.
She's going to snap. So Katai is unsummoned. Go back and attempt to get in the window. What should I do for that?
me a stealth check.
Still have the advantage on this baby. Are you kidding me? Whatever.
Yeah.
19.
19. All right, cool. You swing this window open. It was unlocked.
Everybody immediately sus.
This is we should have slept. We should keep sleeping. Everybody should go to bed.
You both of you are still sleeping.
Yes,
As
but
doing
you
recon.
two should too, because if you go into this place without a rest,
Question. How
level
long
of
have they
exhaustion.
technically rested already? Or at least Ramanor?
Probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
No, because Koresh went,
That was
And did watch
all.
her-
That was
oh.
basically all real time.
oh joy. That's fun. They need their rest. Anyway, she's gonna swing up and she's gonna take a look inside and then stop and listen to see if there's any signs of anything.
You don't hear anything particular. You just hear footsteps. Nothing crazy.
Oh, can I tell how far away the footsteps are?
No, you cannot.
Can I tell if they're coming towards me?
No,
Or
you
away.
cannot. You are not in the room.
Yeah. He's going to climb up onto the windowsill and slip it. How far is the floor from the window?
It's about 10 feet to the ground.
I was gonna ask, like, is this high up on here, or are we like far?
All right.
She looks down and she kind of thinks about it, and she's gonna pull a rope out of her bag.
this is about to be a problem.
Stop it.
Yeah, Shaq is
Um,
making a lot of stupid decisions.
You all should be resting so you don't get a point of
One.
exhaustion.
That's terrifying to hear from the DM.
Exhaustion.
This is also David's fault. So
You two
It's okay.
should be in bed. I am going to
Three.
put chloroform on
it's
you.
also not really my fault. This is just Az and her impulsivity.
I know, but it's scary and I don't like it. And I want you all to go to bed so we don't have disadvantage on anything because this is going to be bad.
Hold on. I didn't finish. She's then going to take her rope. And she's going to. What is this windowsill like? Is there. Because there was a window, like, that she opened. I'm assuming there's a ledge that they're on.
Yeah.
Hold on for me. Great. Yeah, that's poison.
It's fucking true.
Take the rope. Is there something I can like fasten it to on the ledge?
There's nothing particular that you can pass into. No, it's a pretty smooth surface. It is a window ledge. Like.
James, stop it!
I'm scared. My hands
I
are
know
shaking.
you're scared.
I'm not okay. This is how Melian ended up in the dungeon, man. This is not okay.
Hey, you haven't let me finish what I'm doing. You don't know what's going on. She's going to
Pretty sure I know what you're going to do, and I think it's a bad idea.
no.
Just go to bed.
Sleepy.
It's
Sleep
late.
time. It's time.
Just go to bed. You know what? Let's
Is
just
this a
take a
stone
3-month
wall?
break right here.
Let's just take the 3-month break and get that
Is this a
extra
stone
level.
wall?
Let's just take 3 months.
Is this a stone wall?
Yes.
Is there any way that I could somehow wedge a hand axe into somewhere?
Yes, you'll make a lot of noise.
Like that. Because I
Just leave the wall.
fight me. Oh,
I will if it means
We
we all
will.
come out of this alive.
Shaq, 3 men walk into this room and see you standing on the windows.
she's still. Oh yeah, that's fair. And she is going to just stare and then just nope, and is gonna peace out in the opposite direction.
Get in the dome. They can't enter the dome. Let's go to sleep, and then we can
She
wake up
hops
and
down and just mules for the dome.
All right, cool. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
All right, cool. Those 3 men pour out of that window.
They still can't enter the dome.
And I see you go into the dome, and they'll wait until the dome. I mean, they don't have anywhere to go.
She's going to look at Connor.
How long does the dome last?
8 hours.
8 hours.
8
8 hours.
She's gonna look at Connor. I think we should take care of this by ourselves.
Wake us up. God damn it. This
You
is
can't do anything!
This is
Yeah, the
no,
point.
but I can shoot people.
You said that there's 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You are filling me with so much anxiety before I actually have to sleep, and this is not going to be okay.
Just sleep.
That's not gonna help. Not
Yes.
us.
Well, then wake up the dude who can shoot literal psychic breath damage at people or something. Just anything. Just wake him in.
We can fight. Thank you. We were doing very well before the bard came along.
Fine. Okay.
Alright.
That's fine.
Shaq is getting you guys into a lot of shit.
Yeah, Shaq's going to get us all killed tonight. I love you to death, but you're going to get us all killed.
All
It's
I did
Connor's.
was look.
It's Connor's fault,
And Connor,
actually.
and Connor
It's all
was like, "Can
Connor's
you
fault.
get in the window?" Connor's the one who told her to
No,
go to the
it's
window.
Connor's fault. It is
Stop
Connor's
blaming
fault.
me.
It is Connor's fault.
Listen, it was a simple question. Didn't think this was gonna happen, alright?
Anyway,
It's still
looks
your
to
fault.
Connor. Do you think we should take him ourselves?
If I could actually cast magic through here, I would have actually dealt with
You
a couple
muted.
of...
Muted again.
If I could actually cast magic through here, I would have a couple of ways to do it. But to keep up the actual hut and let them rest, I can't use magic.
It's not concentration, is it?
No, but the hut actually doesn't allow any magic
The
to
minute-
pass through it.
No, I mean like,
No.
yeah.
But
But
the minute
she's
David
asking
leaves
if
the hut, it's gone.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I can't leave the hut.
can I shoot a weapon outside of the hut? Like, can I shoot an arrow through the hut?
No.
You can poke a hand out and fire, but
Yeah,
other
if I
than-
stick my arms out of the hut, can I shoot arrows?
Yeah.
That
Or can
works.
I just stick my arms out and swing a sword at them if they come near me?
Yeah, it can't be anything magical. Magic
only-
cannot
the only-
extend through the dome.
The
or
only
But that
pass
doesn't
through
say
it.
anything about weapons, which
The only
means I could
issue-
potentially shoot arrows through this dome.
Okay, but can we take in the bigger problem here, which is the fact that like there's 3 guys now, but the minute you start doing some shit and they alert other people, and then there's 50 people outside of this goddamn dome.
There's 3 of them, and we want to take them out quick and quiet.
This isn't.
Can.
Yeah, you want to.
That's listen.
Does not
The
mean
plan
you
is quick
will.
and quiet. The
All right.
plan is quick.
We're going to end today's session here, and we're going to let Az sit in the terrible decisions that she's made today.
No. I take
It's
full
David's
blame.
fault.
I
It's
take full
all
blame.
Connor's fault.
I take full blame.
Because yours was just
Um,
peer pressured into doing it.
So, yeah, good luck for next week.
This is
Don't
why I said
die.
everyone should
Okay.
just
I'm
sleep.
just gonna... No.
We'll let Connor take full blame here. Connor, you
Yes.
suck.
It's all Connor's fault.
Connor, with your passive perception and wisdom, you really sure fucked this one up.
I would know better. I know.
We lost Shaq.
Shaq
lost
is
her-
gone.
We lost Shaq. No.
Jack,
don't
we
leave us.
lost your
Ah.
video.
Oh no.
All right, guys.
Jeez.
Well,
It's alright. We're gonna go to bed. And actually sleep. In real life, like we should have been in game.
we'll see you guys later.
We'll see you all
Thanks
next
for
week.
joining us. This is what we love. We love shenanigans in the game.
That's true though. That's
We'll see you
true.
next week.
Later, guys.
Bye.